ACT Like Nothing Bother You YouTube channel complete guide. Master the art of unshakable composure and emotional resilience. Welcome to your transformation journey. Dear viewer, welcome to the Act Like Nothing Bother You channel, your ultimate destination for mastering emotional resilience, unshakable confidence, and the art of maintaining composure in any situation. This channel is dedicated to teaching you the powerful mindset and practical strategies that allow you to navigate life's challenges with grace, strength, and unwavering self-control. Whether you're facing workplace stress, relationship conflicts, personal setbacks, or life's endless obstacles, this channel provides you with the tools, techniques, and transformational insights you need to develop the mental fortitude to handle anything that comes your way. Across 8 comprehensive pillars, we'll explore the psychology of emotional mastery, proven techniques from high performers, and actionable strategies you can implement immediately. Before you continue, please subscribe to our channel. By subscribing, you'll gain access to weekly content on personal development, mental resilience, confidence building, and emotional intelligence. Our community is growing every single day with thousands of people just like you who are committed to becoming their best selves. Don't miss out on the transformational content we're creating specifically for you. Join our community, hit that notification bell, and let's begin this incredible journey together. Your breakthrough is waiting on the other side of consistency and commitment. Let's dive in. 1. The psychology of unshakable composure. Target views: 1,200 to 1,400 views. The ability to remain calm and composed when everything around you is chaotic is one of the most powerful traits you can develop. It's not about being emotionless or indifferent to what's happening. It's about choosing your response rather than being controlled by your circumstances. The psychology behind unshakable composure involves understanding how your brain processes stress and learning to rewire your automatic reactions. When you encounter a stressful situation, your amygdala, the brain's alarm system, triggers a fight, flight, or freeze response. This ancient survival mechanism is designed to keep you safe from physical threats, but in modern life, it's often triggered by non-threatening stressors like critical comments, deadlines, or social situations. The key is developing what psychologists call emotional regulation, the ability to observe these automatic responses without being controlled by them. Research from Dr. Daniel Goleman shows that people with high emotional intelligence experience significantly less stress and anxiety while achieving better outcomes in work and relationships. They're not less emotional, they're simply more skilled at managing their emotions. This composure comes from developing metacognitive awareness, the ability to think about your thinking and observe your emotions from a distance rather than being immersed in them. The neural pathways that support composure are strengthened through deliberate practice, similar to building a muscle. Each time you pause before reacting, each time you breathe through anxiety, each time you respond with intention rather than impulse, you're literally rewiring your brain. This channel teaches you the neuroscience behind composure and provides evidence-based techniques to build this crucial skill. Please subscribe to our channel to learn more about developing unshakable composure and joining thousands of people transforming their lives daily. 2. Mastering your emotional triggers and reactions. Target views: 1,200 to 1,400 views. Everyone has emotional triggers, specific situations, comments, or circumstances that reliably produce strong emotional reactions. Someone criticizes your work, and you feel defensive. A person gets ahead of you in line and you feel annoyed. Your partner forgets something important, and you feel hurt and angry. These triggers operate automatically, hijacking your composure before you even realize what's happening. The good news is that understanding your triggers is the first step toward mastering them. Triggers aren't random, they're connected to your past experiences, childhood wounds, and deeply held beliefs. A critical comment might trigger you because a parent was frequently critical. Being excluded might trigger you because you experienced loneliness growing up. Someone not listening might trigger you if you didn't feel heard as a child. By mapping your personal triggers, you gain tremendous power. You can identify the thoughts, beliefs, and past experiences fueling your reactions. This awareness creates space between the trigger and your response. Without awareness, you're trapped in automatic reactions. With awareness, you have choice. You can pause and ask yourself, is this response true? Is it helpful? Is it who I want to be in this moment? Cognitive behavioral techniques help reprogram your reactions. When a trigger occurs, you can challenge the automatic thoughts supporting your emotional reaction, question their validity, and choose a more empowering response. Over time, triggers lose their power. What once set you off doesn't affect you anymore because you've reprogrammed your association with that stimulus. Please subscribe to access our trigger mapping workshop and step-by-step guides for neutralizing your emotional hot buttons. 3. Building mental resilience through Stoic wisdom. Target views: 1,200 to 1,400 views. Stoicism, developed by ancient philosophers like Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius, offers timeless principles for maintaining composure regardless of circumstances. The core Stoic insight is deceptively simple yet profoundly powerful. Some things are within your control, and some things are not. This distinction is the foundation of unshakable resilience. Within your control are your thoughts, judgments, values, intentions, and efforts. Outside your control are your body, possessions, reputation, outcomes, other people's opinions, and external events. Most people exhaust themselves trying to control things they can't actually control. Others' reactions, whether they get the job, whether they're liked, whether bad things happen. This creates anxiety, frustration, and powerlessness. The Stoic sage, by contrast, directs all energy toward what's actually controllable. If you don't get the promotion, it's outside your control, so why devastate yourself? You can only control your preparation and effort, which is completely within your control. If someone doesn't like you, that's their judgment, outside your control. All you can control is treating them with kindness and integrity. This reframing is revolutionary because it shifts your focus from obsessing over things you can't change to optimizing the things you can. Epictetus taught that it's not events that disturb us, but our judgments about events. The same situation will create different emotional responses depending on your interpretation. A cancelled meeting is a disaster to someone who sees it as wasted time, but an opportunity to someone who sees it as unexpected free time. By consciously choosing more empowering interpretations of events, you maintain composure while others fall apart. Subscribe now for daily Stoic wisdom and practical exercises that build unshakable resilience. 4. The power of detachment and observer perspective. Target views: 1,200 to 1,400 views. One of the most transformative skills you can develop is the ability to create psychological distance from your thoughts and emotions. Instead of being completely identified with your mental experience, believing every worry, catastrophe, and self-doubt that your mind generates, you can learn to observe your thoughts from a detached perspective, like watching clouds pass across the sky. This practice, called cognitive distancing, in psychology, is incredibly powerful. When you're anxious about a presentation, instead of thinking, "I'm going to fail and everyone will judge me," you can observe, "I'm having the thought that I might fail. This is just my anxious brain doing its job, trying to protect me from potential embarrassment." This simple shift removes the emotional charge from the thought. The observer perspective works because your identity and your thoughts are not the same thing. You are the awareness that observes your thoughts, not the thoughts themselves. This subtle but crucial distinction gives you freedom. You can have anxious thoughts without being an anxious person. You can have self-doubting thoughts without believing you're incapable. The thoughts arise, but they don't define you. Developing this perspective requires practice. Meditation strengthens this ability by training you to notice your thoughts without getting caught in them. Labeling your emotions: "I'm noticing anger, I'm experiencing sadness," also creates distance. Journaling helps you externalize your thoughts so you can examine them objectively. Over time, your relationship with your mind fundamentally shifts. You become less reactive because you're not fighting your thoughts. You're simply observing them and choosing whether to act on them. Please subscribe to access our guided meditations and exercises for developing detached observer perspective. 5. Reframing adversity as opportunity for growth. Target views: 1,200 to 1,400 views. How you interpret adversity determines whether it defeats you or develops you. Two people can experience the same setback, a failed relationship, a lost job, a health challenge, and have completely different outcomes. One spirals into despair while the other emerges stronger and wiser. The difference isn't luck, it's perspective. Psychologists call this cognitive reframing, changing your interpretation of events to change your emotional response and subsequent behavior. Instead of, "This failure proves I'm incompetent," you can reframe to, "This failure teaches me what doesn't work and what to improve." Instead of, "This loss is devastating," you can reframe to, "This teaches me what really matters and strengthens my resilience." Research from Dr. Carol Dweck on growth mindset shows that people who view challenges as opportunities to develop abilities rather than threats to their self-esteem experience less stress, more persistence, and better performance. They don't avoid challenges. They welcome them because they represent growth opportunities. This fundamentally changes how you experience adversity. The most powerful reframe is recognizing that adversity is where character is built. Every obstacle you overcome, every setback you recover from, every challenge you persist through makes you stronger, wiser, and more resilient. History's greatest achievers, entrepreneurs, athletes, artists, leaders, all faced tremendous obstacles. What made them great wasn't that they avoided failure, it's that they reframed failure as education and persisted. When something difficult happens, pause and ask, "What's the opportunity here? What can I learn? How can this make me stronger?" This simple practice transforms adversity from something that bothers you into something that develops you. Subscribe today to receive our adversity reframing framework and case studies of people who transformed setbacks into comebacks. 6. Developing unshakable self-confidence and self-worth. Target views: 1,200 to 1,400 views. When you truly believe in yourself, not arrogantly, but with genuine self-respect and self-trust, very little can bother you. Criticism doesn't devastate you because your worth isn't dependent on others' approval. Rejection doesn't destroy you because you trust your inherent value. This unshakable self-confidence is the ultimate buffer against being bothered by circumstances. True self-confidence isn't built through positive affirmations alone, though those help. It's built through evidence, the accumulation of experiences where you've handled challenges, overcome obstacles, and succeeded. Every time you do something despite fear, you build confidence. Every time you persist through difficulty and reach the other side, you strengthen self-trust. Every time you treat yourself with kindness and integrity, you reinforce your self-worth. Your identity is not fixed, it's a story you tell yourself and reinforce through behavior. If you consistently tell yourself, "I'm weak, I'm a failure, I can't handle stress," you internalize that identity and behave accordingly. But if you consciously cultivate an identity of strength, competence, and resilience, your behavior shifts to match. This is called identity-based change, and it's more powerful than outcome-based goals. Practical techniques include daily affirmations rooted in identity. I am strong and capable of handling challenges. I move through life with confidence and grace. Visualization of yourself handling situations well rewires your brain's expectations. Taking on progressively challenging tasks builds competence. Surrounding yourself with people who believe in you reinforces positive identity. Most importantly, treating yourself with compassion rather than self-criticism strengthens your foundation. Subscribe now and join our community of people building unshakable self-confidence and transforming their self-image. 7. Practical techniques for staying calm in high-pressure situations. Target views: 1,200 to 1,400 views. Understanding the psychology of composure is valuable, but what you really need are practical techniques you can deploy in the moment when pressure builds. These are battle-tested strategies used by special forces soldiers, emergency room doctors, professional athletes, and high-performance individuals across every field. The first technique is tactical breathing, also called box breathing. Breathe in for a count of 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold for 4. This rhythmic breathing activates your parasympathetic nervous system, which counteracts the stress response. During acute stress, This can be deployed immediately to lower your heart rate and restore mental clarity. Most people don't realize that controlling your breath directly controls your nervous system. The second technique is the power pause, creating deliberate space between trigger and response. When something bothers you, pause for 5 seconds before reacting. This tiny gap allows your prefrontal cortex to engage, overriding your amygdala's automatic reaction. Over time, this pause becomes automatic, giving you tremendous control over your responses. The third technique is physical grounding, anchoring yourself in your body through sensation. Feel your feet on the ground. Notice 5 things you can see, 4 you can touch, 3 you can hear, 2 you can smell, 1 you can taste. This 5-4-3-2-1 technique brings your mind to the present moment and out of anxious future scenarios. The fourth technique is perspective taking. Ask yourself, how important will this be in 5 years? Is this worth my peace of mind? This shifts you from reacting to the immediate situation to considering the bigger picture. Most things we stress about become irrelevant within months. Please subscribe to receive our quick reference guide with 8 immediate action calming techniques. 8. Living with purpose. What truly matters stops bothering you. Target views: 1,200 to 1,400 views. The ultimate solution to being bothered by petty things is clarifying what truly matters and aligning your life with those priorities. When you're crystal clear on your values and deeply committed to your purpose, minor inconveniences, criticisms, and obstacles don't derail you because they're not central to what you care about. This is why high-purpose individuals seem unaffected by things that would devastate others. A surgeon preparing for a critical operation isn't bothered by traffic. Their mind is on saving a life. An athlete preparing for their championship doesn't care about haters online. Their mind is on their goal. A parent focused on their child's well-being doesn't obsess over a coworker's opinion. Purpose creates a filtering system for what deserves your attention and emotional energy. Clarifying your values involves deep reflection. What principles are non-negotiable to you? What would you fight for? What legacy do you want to leave? What impact do you want to have? When you know your core values, whether it's integrity, growth, love, contribution, or freedom, every decision and challenge can be evaluated against those values. This creates coherence and purpose. Once you're crystal clear on your purpose, you can let go of everything that doesn't serve it. Opinions that contradict your values stop mattering. Obstacles that aren't on your path to your purpose stop bothering you. You become selective about what receives your emotional energy. This isn't indifference, it's wisdom about where to invest your limited time and attention. The practice involves regularly revisiting your values and purpose, aligning your actions with them, and letting everything else become background noise. When you're building something meaningful, petty things naturally stop bothering you. Subscribe today to our channel and receive our comprehensive values clarification workbook that helps you discover your true purpose. Bonus content: your action plan for implementation. Implementing these principles into your daily life. Understanding these 8 pillars is the first step, but transformation requires consistent action. Here's how to implement these principles into your daily routine. Week 1 to 2, Awareness Building. Identify your top 5 emotional triggers. Notice your automatic reactions without judgment. Practice the observer perspective during meditation. Journal about what truly matters to you. Week 3 to 4, Skill Development. Practice tactical breathing daily. Apply Stoic principles to 1 challenging situation per day. Reframe 1 adversity using the growth mindset framework. Practice the power pause before reacting. Week 5 to 8, Integration and Mastery. Implement your full composure routine. Track which techniques work best for you. Apply your values to daily decisions. Build confidence through progressive challenges. Remember, transformation is not overnight. It's the accumulation of small, consistent actions that create remarkable results over time. Each day you practice these principles, you're rewiring your brain and building new neural pathways that support composure and resilience. Please subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and enable notifications so you don't miss our weekly videos on emotional mastery, resilience building, and personal development. Our community is growing with thousands of people just like you who are committed to becoming their best selves and developing the mental resilience to handle anything life throws at them. Share this content with someone who needs it. Comment below with your biggest takeaway or the technique you're most excited to try. Join our community forum to connect with others on this journey. Your breakthrough is waiting, and we're here to support you every step of the way. Frequently asked questions. Question: is this about becoming emotionless? A. Absolutely not. This is about developing emotional intelligence and choosing your responses rather than being controlled by your emotions. You'll feel everything more deeply with perspective. Question: how long until I see results? A. You'll notice improvements in days with consistent practice. Significant transformation typically takes 8 to 12 weeks as new neural pathways strengthen. Question: what if I slip back into old patterns? A. This is completely normal. Development isn't linear. Each time you notice and correct yourself, you're still making progress. Question: can anyone develop this ability? A. Yes. Composure and resilience are skills, not personality traits. Anyone willing to practice consistently can develop these abilities. Question: what if my situation is genuinely difficult? A. Even in genuinely difficult circumstances, these principles apply. In fact, they're most valuable when you're facing real challenges. Final message to our audience. Dear viewer, thank you for investing your time in this content. Your commitment to growth and personal development is admirable, and it will absolutely pay dividends in your life. The ability to act like nothing bothers you isn't about becoming cold or detached from life. It's about becoming so grounded in your values, so confident in your abilities, and so clear on what truly matters that petty disturbances simply don't disturb you. You have far more power over your inner experience than you realize. The same circumstances that devastate some people barely register for others. The difference is the mental skills and perspective you develop. This channel exists to help you build those skills and develop that perspective. We're here to support your journey every single step of the way. Whether you're facing workplace challenges, relationship difficulties, personal setbacks, or simply want to develop greater resilience and composure, this is your community. Please subscribe today. Click that button. Enable notifications. Join thousands of people who are transforming their lives and building unshakable composure. Your future self will thank you for the commitment you're making right now. See you in the next video. Let's keep building greatness together. With belief in you. The Act Like Nothing Bother You channel team. Content roadmap for future videos. Video 2: 10 Stoic Principles that Transform Your Life. Video 3: The Complete Trigger Mapping Workbook. Video 4: Advanced Breathing Techniques for Instant Calm. Video 5: How to Build Unshakable Confidence in 30 Days. Video 6: The Science of Emotional Intelligence Explained. Video 7: Real-World Case Studies, From Stressed to Composed. Video 8: Your Personal Resilience Blueprint. Video 9: Advanced Reframing Techniques. Video 10: Mastering Difficult Conversations. Each video builds on the foundation laid in this comprehensive guide. Subscribe to ensure you don't miss any of this transformational content. Total word count, 200 plus words. Target views, 9,600 to 11,200 views. 8 pillars covered. Remember to subscribe. Your transformation begins with this one action.